Hopefully it'll change.
Or not. Or not. They'll just keep squashing them. But I wonder, you know, the problem is Huawei is connected with the communist government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want that.
They're completely integrated. So it's, I mean, the separation of business and government over there it's very sketchy, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I know? I just wonder if there's a fear of Asian success.
Yeah, I mean,
how could that be though? If the Samsung is everywhere.
They're going to come for everybody. So they're coming for us right now. It's only a matter of time, you know.
Who's they?
The people who want equality of outcome for everyone.
Oh. Who are those people?
The people who are really into identity politics.
Do you think, well, I didn't really think that's what was holding back Huawei.
No.
I thought it was the government.
No,
the government was worried about them getting too much money and power.
Yeah, but I guess if you're asking me in terms of my view on things and in my experience, that's where I would take it.
So the equality of outcome people, the reason why they're trying to keep Asians or at least limit the number of Asians, but doesn't that have the opposite effect? Doesn't that make Asians work even harder?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you keep them out of Harvard, they're just going to go to Yale. Keep them out of Yale.
I think Caltech doesn't have numbers like that. So at Caltech, there are a lot of Asians there because they don't.
They don't discriminate.
Yeah.
So they just dominate. So you could use Caltech as a petri dish.
It could be like a
Asian
control
dominance.
group. Yeah.
But what's wrong with that? It's like it
discrimination.
But no. The other thing, like what's wrong with certain cultures dominating?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, well, I mean, if you're asking me in terms of what people see as a problem, yes. I think because it looks as though other groups are not getting a fair chance. It doesn't make people feel good, right? Because it means that you're acknowledging at some level that some people are doing better than other people, and that makes some people uncomfortable.
Right. It's the participation trophy world.
Yeah.
Yeah. The equality of outcome world. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? But it's gone to a place where it becomes indefensible. So instead of trying to raise up people whose scores are lower and give them take people from impoverished areas with poor education and give them more of a chance, which is what affirmative action was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Instead of that, you're doing it from the top down. You're going, oh, no, there's too many of these people that are doing good. We're going to squash it. We're going to limit their ability. But how could they do that in good conscience? That's what's crazy. But doing it from that perspective, doing it like looking at a race that's super successful that is also a minority and saying, too many of them.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think these people do think they're doing something good. They're doing it for the better of society and for these other groups. I'd like to see it too.
Have you ever talked to someone about it that's pro-discrimination against Asians?
I have. After I wrote that column for the Globe and Mail, a number of people came out of the woodwork to tell me how wrong I was. And there were some...
White?
Some Asians too.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they say?
Well, to say don't let yourself be used by the far right to justify, taking down other groups.
Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah. So that's one way that you could look at it. But
how is that way possible to look at it? That doesn't even make any sense. How would the far right latch a hold of the superiority of Asians in academics?
Because there are other racial groups that they don't like, or I guess they dislike more than they dislike Asians. So they'll use Asians as a way to justify discrimination against those other groups. I don't really buy that. But
that's a shit
that's one argument I've heard.
That argument sucks. I'd like to sit down with someone with that argument. That's a stupid argument. That argument doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
But what I find the most sad is there are Asians who are totally fine and they say, I'm willing to give up my spot for someone else because I think diversity is important. And I think...
That's someone who needs friends. You need friends so bad, you're willing to say that. But that's a virtue signaling thing. That's one of those...
I hope so. I hope it's virtue signaling. It's not someone who actually thinks that way.
They could actually think that way, but the people who cut their balls off and killed themselves because they thought the comet was coming and the spaceship was behind it, they thought that too.
Yeah, people think all kinds of things.
They think all kinds of things. Yeah, and that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to talk to you.